Hello, welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday and a good start to your week. The Huskers had a great start to their week as last night, Khalil Taylor committed to the Nebraska Cornhuskers. He was our top target remaining on the board. This kid is an absolute stud. I've showed you his highlights in the past. Speed demon, track speed, runs a 10.8 300-yard dash, 22-second 200-meter dash. He bumped up our class rank big time. So we are now 13th in the country. I'll show you the team rankings here in a second. This put us in the top 15 like I expected. Getting this elite top 100 recruit like Khalil Taylor bumped us into the top 15. Who's next? I know that's what Husker fans are thinking. Well, there's likely no more commits coming until the fall. Okay, it's the dead period is upon us. I think we're going to try to flip some already committed players in the fall. We're definitely going to try to keep working Ahmad Hudson. But this is a humongous final commit as we close out the summer. I know we still have half the summer to go, but this was huge. We needed Khalil Taylor so bad. He's so dynamic as a return man. He plays defensive back, as a receiver. We haven't had a commit like this in a really long time. I think the most comparable is Malachi Coleman. But to me, he was underdeveloped. He had only played football for a few years. He was more raw, and it never really worked out. He transferred to Minnesota. But I think what he can do in the return game for us is going to be electric. Nebraska has not had an electrifying return man since DeMornay Pearsonell. So that's 10 plus years. So I think what this comes down to, this is the Trae Taylor effect, baby. We've got the nation's #1 quarterback. And when Khalil Taylor got interviewed after his commitment, there were 3 reasons he committed to Nebraska. Number 1, his relationship and trust in Dykel Shorts. So a job well done to receivers coach Dykel Shorts. He did a great job getting in there early, staying on him, and keeping that relationship intact. Khalil Taylor has a ton of trust in Dykel Shorts. What he did with Tank Dell and a couple other receivers at Houston. Number 2, he wants to play with Trae Taylor, the nation's #1 quarterback. We knew that would play a big part in this. And 3, he wants to get to the NFL, and he thinks he can do that. And he really feels close to Nebraska's coaching staff. He mentioned he's shutting down his recruitment after this, which is even better news. He's 100% committed to Nebraska. He wants to get prepared for his senior season of high school and then get his butt up to Nebraska and start practicing with Trae Taylor. He even mentioned there were other schools that offered more money. I imagine Colorado, probably Georgia, Alabama, because they came in late. But the fact that we still landed his commit is very telling of the effort that Dykel Shorts, Matt Rule, and our coaching staff put in this kid. All right, let's show you some highlights. I've done it before, but I know most of you don't stick around to watch the majority of my videos. So I want to show you highlights of Khalil Taylor to show you how explosive this kid is. Okay, here we go. He's playing defense here in the pink long sleeves. Look at that, one-handed interception. Think he takes it to the house? You damn straight he takes it to the house. Look at that. I mean, that is long-distance speed, guys. He's been clocked at a 4.4, verified 4.4 40-yard dash time for a junior in high school. That's elite. Look at the ball skills, the one-handed catch. He's got like 12 minutes of highlights, which you don't see that often with high school recruits. I mean, typically that's the top 50 players in the country will have 12-plus minutes of highlights. He's one of them, Khalil Taylor. Look at this block here. I've watched his highlights so many times. Look at the speed to catch up and lay this dude out. That speed Nebraska doesn't have and hasn't had in a long time. I don't think we've ever had a kid this explosive. He punted one. I guess he could punt too. But I want you to really pay attention to his long distance speed. He doesn't get tired. That's what you want in a dynamic return man. Long distance speed. Here he is returning the kick. Look at the agility. He just juked out 2 guys like it was nothing. And then the long distance speed. Does he beat him? You gosh darn right he does. More kick returns. And it's funny, even when he's not back there deep, they just throw the ball to him. They just give it to him. Go. Look at the long distance speed. I mean, it's effortless. God, I am so pumped to get this kid to Lincoln. Here's a punt return. Oh, he catches this one. Look at the speed. Gets to the outside, and good luck catching him outside the numbers. And it looks like he holds the ball up. It looks like he's running track. Here he is playing defensive back, corner. Comes up with an interception. You think he takes it to the house? Damn straight he does. Look, he gets faster. He doesn't slow down in 100+ yards. God. And he's 6 feet 190 listed, but he's a muscular 6 feet 190. If you saw his commitment video the other day, the kid's built phenomenally. I mean, he is muscular, he's jacked. And I think we're going to put more muscle on him. And we're going to make sure it's not going to slow him down. He's got so many freaking damn amazing highlights. I just got to keep showing you a few more. Here's another punt return. Look at the speed, the acceleration, the agility. It's effortless. Here he is at wide receiver. This is at the Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium, probably in the state championship game. And people don't realize sometimes Pennsylvania is a hotbed for talent. Like Ohio, the Northeast states, man, they get forgotten about because California, Texas, and Florida. But, man, the Northeast has some ballers. Here he is toe tapping to get it in the end zone. Here he is again at receiver. Good route there. Great job just pulling that one in. So he's a red zone target too. He's not 6'5", but he shows you his ball skills. He can go up and get it. Another red zone target here. I mean, for a 6 foot 190 receiver, he is their main red zone target, which is amazing. I love the pink sleeves he has on. So not an elite route runner, but his speed and athleticism obviously make up for that. They'll work with him. Dykel Shorts, when he gets to Nebraska, he'll improve his route running. But, God, can you guys imagine what he can do with Trae Taylor at quarterback in 2027? Pray to God he stays healthy for his senior season. Here he is at wide receiver again. They just left him wide open. But, man, if you guys in the audience can name a more dynamic, explosive player we've landed on the offensive side of the ball, because, again, I was watching Wilson Dittman's podcast the other day, and he's right. Nebraska does not typically land top 100 receivers. This kid's a top 15 receiver at the position. He's a top 100 recruit. Nebraska very rarely gets receivers that are top 100 in America. We just don't. We don't. We've gotten quarterbacks. We've gotten offensive linemen. We've gotten good, elite DBs, but never a receiver in the top 100. I think, again, Malachi Coleman was the last guy I can think of, but he was out of Nebraska. He had only played a few years of football. He was raw, underdeveloped. This kid is everything you want in an elite playmaker at wide receiver. This is the type of guy that the elite blue bloods nowadays are getting. Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Ohio State, Michigan. The fact we got this kid out of Pittsburgh over Penn State, over Colorado, over Georgia, over Alabama. Look at that. I mean, it looks like everybody else is in slow motion. I'll show you one more highlight here. Here he is on another kick return. Look at the agility. God damn, his vision. And then the speed to take it all the way. Way to go, Matt Rule and Co. Way to go, guys. So that's a huge commitment. I'll show you now the team rankings, recruiting rankings, because he bumped us up big time. So 24/7 Sports. Let me do full screen here. So 24/7 Sports has us 16th. He was our 22nd commitment. 24/7 Sports lists us with 1 5-star, that's Trae Taylor, 6 4-stars, Khalil being the 6th, and 15 3-stars. Now, I always like to look at the composite because that pulls in every site available. It's more accurate, and we're 13th on the composite. 12 3-stars, 9 4-stars, Khalil Taylor being our 9th, and 1 5-star, Trae Taylor. So, I mean, just looking at this right here, the distribution, the average rating, 89.89. That would be the highest in the modern era of recruiting for Nebraska, an 89.89 average rating. So getting his commitment last night did exactly what I expected it to. It pushed us into the top 15. We're now ahead of UCLA, who stole Matthew Gregory from us, those bastards. So we bumped up ahead of them. We're ahead of Clemson. We're ahead of USC, LSU, Georgia. Now, there's a long time to go before official signing day, which isn't until like February 4th of next year. But we are in a very good, very strong spot. So getting that, that pairing Trae Taylor, the nation's #1 quarterback, with a top 15 wide receiver, with, a top 20 running back in Amir Brown, with a highly touted offensive line class. I mean, I'm excited. Everybody should be excited for 2027. This is a phenomenal class we built so far. So like I said, we're likely not going to get any more commitments this summer. It's probably going to be in the fall. We're going to try to get some visits for some games in the fall. I know Ahmad Hudson, we're going to stay on him like glue. Try to flip some guys. Mekhi Williams, the safety, I think at Wisconsin. That's likely going to be the last 2, 3, 4 commits we pull, is going to be flips. Now, Nebraska, if we look at our 2027 commits, the one guy I'm most worried about losing is Jordan Agbanoma. You've probably heard murmurings of this, but Jordan Agbanoma, the interior offensive lineman, 139 nationally, the 6th best interior offensive lineman. There's rumors that we could lose him. Texas A&M missed out on another interior offensive lineman, and Agbanoma was one of their top targets, so you know that they're going to stay on him, probably try to get him to College Station for a game in the fall. He's really the only one that I'm seriously concerned about losing. Everybody else, Trae Taylor, I mean, for God's sakes, he moved his whole family to Lincoln to play high school. There's no way we lose him. I don't care what Ohio State does. We're not losing him. Torrey Pittman, we already survived the big time push from LSU. Khalil Taylor, he's completely locked up his recruitment. He is 100% committed. Agbanoma, you never know. A&M could make a push again. One of those big SEC powers. Corey Hadley, I feel good about. Timi Alu, all of these guys. Matt Erickson, just because he committed to Donovan Raiola, that's one that could potentially flip. Now, he's an in-state kid, so that's, makes me feel a little stronger about it. But everybody else on here. Now, I heard Wilson Dittman talk about Brennan Drummond, just because he was a surprise commit. That's a potential flip that we could lose. Justin Lindsay, just because he had a very, not a very productive junior season. We got him into Lincoln for a visit this summer, ended up offering him. He signed, or he committed. But this is a kid, if he doesn't, have a breakout senior season and show much more productive numbers, we could very well say sayonara to him. So Justin Lindsay, we could get rid of potentially, but Brennan Drummond and Matt Erickson and Jordan Agbanoma. Jordan Agbanoma, I'm seriously worried about losing. Matt Erickson, possibly, and Brennan Drummond, possibly. But I think everybody else is locked in. Justin Lindsay just needs to step up and have a big senior season if he wants to stay on our commitment list. but I think the only guy I'm really worried about losing is Jordan Agbanoma. And I know we offered him a big time NIL dollar amount to commit. So hopefully nobody comes in like A&M or Notre Dame and offers him even more. But I feel good about this class. I do. So that covers the episode today. I am going to continue to put out Big Ten opponent previews. I'm likely going to put out the Oregon preview tomorrow. I'm going in order on the 2026 schedule. I've done Michigan State. I've done Maryland. I've done Indiana. Oregon's next. I'll likely put that out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Make sure everybody like, subscribe. Football season's right around the corner. I know that's everybody's favorite topic in Husker sports. I'm going to be doing game previews. I'm going to continue recruiting news. I'm going to do all kinds of episodes throughout the football season. Previews, pre-games, post-games, you name it. So make sure to tell friends and family about me, fellow Huskers. Tune into the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. It helps out. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your week. Stay tuned for the episode tomorrow previewing Oregon. And like always, go Big Red, baby.